the strength, so we gave us the power, so we he's showing out, that's why we
Yo, we are back. Episode 98 of the Not the Same podcast, hosted by this one word, C-Micah, and that one word over there, Mr. Rob Redeem. We're glad, happy, blessed, overjoyed. Hold on, something ain't right. There we go. Overjoyed, elated, and all the other E's to be back with you one words one more time for another Not the Same podcast sports show. My brother, before we even get into our pleasantries, brother, how you doing, brother? How you
Man,
doing?
I'm good. I got to get this announcement for everybody that's coming in and everybody that's watching live. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody listening later on on Spotify, and iTunes, Apple Music, whatever the case may be. Thank you. The scores are wrong tonight. One word. Don't look up there talking about some we know it's wrong. You dig what I'm saying? Don't look at the scroller. Don't look at the ticker, as they call it on one of the major networks. Don't look at our ticker tonight. That bug ain't ticking right. All right, but I'm good, bro. How you doing?
I'm fine. I'm gonna tick on to this. Listen, if you're watching us right now on Facebook, YouTube, pirated streams, whatever, hey, do us a favor. Even if you pirate and go on hit that like button, at least you can do that with your stealing selves.
Right.
Hit that like and subscribe button, and also hit the notification bell so you can be notified when the Not the Same podcast is live. Sometime off. I don't know, just off times. Often and off time, I couldn't think of the right word. But yeah, just so you can be notified when we are live, man. But with that being said, brother, go ahead and let them know what you need to let them know.
Yo, we want to give a shout out to our MTMV famo, man. Y'all see them down in the bottom left hand of the corner. Depending on how you're looking at your screen. I don't know how I look at it to you. I know how I look at it to me. Shout out to them one words. You dig? Life Show TV, a big shout out to Life Show TV. They support us big time. Got us on their network playing multiple shows. Thank you for y'all support. We appreciate it. Got to give them the love. Takeover Radio, Praise 365, Parable Radio, RYC Praise News, our homeboy Orlando Pays, Who's Hop, His Hop Radio and Podcast Network. Shout out to Sam, Mr. His Hop himself. And 520 Collective, our homeboy Eric Boston down there in the Springfield, Missouri area. You know what I'm saying? We want to give a shout out to all of those rebroadcasters of the Not the Same podcast. So if you're catching us on those networks, salute to you too.
Big salute. All right, man. This will be our NFL, basically football-only show. We don't do this all the time, but it is the time. We had the college football championship happen on Monday night, and we're going into the playoffs this weekend. It's about to get serious on this football tip, man. So without further ado, man, let's see what's popping. Somebody tell me what's popping.
But
this is our What's Poppin' segment. Normal cases, normal cases, you would see so many more topics on here, but there's only two topics, and it's really supposed to be football. Look at this one word. But anyway, it's supposed to be national football. NCAA football. Don't worry about it. Players mess up. But yeah, football only today. Y'all don't know, man. It's one of them days, but we here. All right, yeah. So starting out with the NFL news, man, the playoffs. Let's see what some of the matchups are. We were going deaf a little bit later, but right now let's know what the matchups are, my brother.
Yo, going into this week, this playoffs, of course, you know, the Ravens, they are the top of the AFC. Ravens did their thing this season. They have a bye this week, as well as the 49ers, homeboy. You know, little bro always say Mr. Irrelevant and his boys. We're talking about the 49ers and Brock Purdy. They also have a bye week. But this week, this is what we're looking at with these matchups. Cowboys versus the Packers, Lions versus the Rams, Bucks versus the Eagles, Bills versus the Steelers, Chiefs versus the Dolphins, and the Texans versus the Browns. Some really good matchups this weekend. We'll get more in depth, but as of right now, those are your matchups this weekend. But we'll get into that when we get into our debate fuel on our predictions, what it is, and the breakdowns. But that's what we got going on this weekend. So a lot of good football starting on Saturday and going into Sunday. And my favorite time of the year for football, man, because it's when they go home. Like, absolutely. I will say this. Week 18 was a beast. It was teams that could have made it, like the Jaguars. They choked. You dig what I'm saying? It was other teams that could have won the division. They choked, like the Eagles. You know what I mean? So week 18 was something different this year. I loved it because almost every game mattered. Tennessee came in that joint. We'll talk about it in a minute, but Tennessee came in, beat the Jags, and they told the coach,
Beat it.
Go sit down.
You and Derrick Henry, y'all run your back on up out of here.
Yeah, y'all out.
Y'all out. But yeah, man, as well in NFL news, some notable firings. As we were just talking about, Mike Vrabel, the coach of the Tennessee Titans, like Rob was talking about, as soon as they beat and stopped the Jaguars from getting into the playoffs, you know what I'm saying? They fired the coach, man. That was kind of surprising. He's very well loved in the Nashville area. I know about that. I'm not a Titans fan, but I heard about him a lot when I stayed in Memphis. And I say this, man, I don't know what they was thinking. But that was the number one, I don't know what you thinking, firing, because I think that's a good coach. I think you just need to retool some people. You know, get some more players in, man.
I think, he could have
replaced, you know, but maybe he don't want to be there for a rebuild. Could be on him, like, dog, I ain't studying no rebuild. Let me go. Because, you know, I'm hearing when he may go up there and replace Belichick if he get kicked on up out of here. Asked to leave. You know, you can go in and walk away, Belichick.
If you like. But it's so much, but with that, he was, in 6 seasons, he went 54-45, and they had 2 playoff victories. So he was under 500 in a sense. He was over 500 on his overall record.
Right.
But in 6 seasons, you only go to you only got 2 playoff victories in the NFL. Yo.
Well, they got to the divisional championship one year, man, because they went against Kansas City one time, and the Kansas City beat them, went on to the Super Bowl. But
I get it. Yeah.
And then also Pete Carroll was surprisingly let go today.
That was the biggest surprise to me, bro.
Seattle Seahawks, man. That's very, very surprising, man. He is he's not a great coach, man, but he had that team. They was 1 game away from getting into the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? With some C-level quarterback play. I'm sorry, man. Like they don't have
Geno
a lot of great
Man.
players. Yeah, Geno was hurt, and then they had I forgot the dude's name, but you know, he was working it out. You know what I'm saying? So it's very surprising they let him go. And he had just said like 2 days ago he intends to keep coaching. Well, not here. One word. He's gonna coach somewhere else.
Here's the thing. He's although he's not coaching, they say he may be with the team on a on an advisory type level. But here's the deal: 137-89 and 1. So he had 1 tie. He had an 11-11 postseason record, and of course they won the Super Bowl in 2013. Could have won another Super Bowl, but he was on this Pete Carroll, I'm a genius, I don't want Marshawn Lynch to be the hero type stuff, and that stopped him from getting that second Super Bowl that he could have won if he would have just let that go.
Right, I agree. The voice, they let him go with Geno and Drew Lock as their quarterbacks, like that, and they still let him go. That's goofy. It wasn't his fault.
But he'll remain that. What up, Higgins? What up, voice? He'll remain in a advisory role, as I was saying, and
this man
whatever that
dog.
looks like.
He ain't trying to advise nothing.
Whatever that looks like. Right, advise these. Yo, but also empowering. The Falcons let go of their coach Arthur Smith, who had a record of 21-30 in his 2 years with the team. He got there in 2021 to 2023, and he's done. 21-30, under 500. Let me tell you something. This is what got that coach fired. Week 18, we was just talking about how great Week 18 was. Right. It looked like the Saints and Falcons were about to go in for a battle. You dig what I'm saying? And Atlanta could have actually made the playoffs had they got this victory. And they end up getting mud stomped 48 to whatever the score was. I just know they allowed the Saints to put up 48 points. So guess what? Arthur Smith, you about to be the Arthur of a new team because you ain't getting ready to do nothing. You ain't doing nothing in the A anymore, about God.
Right. And there's a few other open positions, man. The Chargers is open. That coach got fired earlier in the year. Also, the Raiders is open. That coach got fired earlier in the year. I actually think that they should keep Pierce, in my opinion.
They need to keep the intern because he had the boys playing at the end. Also, the Commanders parted ways with Ron Rivera, who had a record of 102 and 103 with 2 ties in the regular season. Listen, Rivera claim to fame came from Mr. Superman himself. When the Cam Newton led, and me and Higgins talked about this, Cam Newton had no weapons and led his team to the Super Bowl. You dig what I'm saying? They lost, but he led them to the Super Bowl. So with that being said, Rivera kind of, I felt like, turned his back on Cam because when he got up there to Washington, he could have brought Cam up there.
Nah,
he could have brought Cam up. You knew you weren't going to play RG3 when RG3 was still up there when you came in there. Bro, you went 102 and 103 with 2 ties. So, look.
End of your career. The most hilarious thing about the Commanders organization, they hired Bob Myers, who was the former GM for the Golden State Warriors and was the architect of putting that team together, who resigned last year, and they're going to hire him to help them find a new coach.
Yeah, there you go. Now, in other coaching news, Belichick is open for changes if he remains the Patriots coach. You know what that is? That one word on some James Brown, please.
Yeah, that dude really, that boy ain't trying to lose his job at all. That's what that means.
That boy is please.
Yes, I'm asking.
Please.
Yes, Mr. Kraft. Whatever you need, Mr. Kraft. Yes. I'm sorry for all my wrongs. I'm sorry for pushing Tom Brady out. I apologize. I thought he was done. I'm sorry for getting rid of Garoppolo. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. Yeah. And moving on to the NCAA football, there was a college football championship game on Monday. It was Washington versus Michigan. Bro, Michigan wins the championship. What's your thoughts about that game, bro?
Look, of course, I broke it down. First of all, Michigan won 34-13. It all came down to this. Neither quarterback was stellar. You know what I mean? McCarthy only threw for 140 yards, and Penix threw 2 picks. This is where the game was at. Michigan had 2 running backs with over 100 yards rushing with 2 touchdowns apiece. Blake Corum had 134 with 2 TDs. Yes, Donovan Edwards had 104 with 2 TDs. Yeah. And the defense picked off Penix twice. Yep. You dig what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, like, I was wrong. C was right. I thought the Huskies was going to keep that momentum, and C was like, well, it's just the opposite. I think the Wolverines are going to win. They faster. They look more seasoned, more tuned, and my man's was right. So shout out to the Wolverines, man. They did their thing.
I will salute Washington for this. They had opportunities. They could have got back in that game. Halftime, I believe it was like 20-10, either 17-10 going into halftime. They had a little momentum. They had one pass where he threw the ball to the wrong side. That man was wide open. It was going to be a guaranteed touchdown, and the ball should have been like over here. He threw it over here. He had to turn around, and he missed it. And that would have been a touchdown. So it was a couple. I think they was all shook. Number one, they was getting pressure on that quarterback constantly. You know what I'm saying? Somebody was in his face. He was getting sacked. He was getting pressured. And you know how good a quarterback is when that pressure get on him. You know what I'm saying? You start selling them balls high. They start doing weird stuff, and that's what happened. Now, I think Penix is a very, very good quarterback, though. When you get through, I think that dude is a very, very good quarterback, and I think he's going to end up being a high draft pick. For real. But, it just didn't work out, man. It
did not. Penix had some ED issues that night. But anyway.
Anyway, Michigan wins the championship, man. Salute to them. A lot of people didn't want Jim Harbaugh to win it, but man, look, he cheated, whatever. Who cares? When you get through with it, man.
All of them.
When you got to the championship game, it was man against man. It was, team against team. Undefeated against undefeated. It was no unfair matchup or whatever. Washington had their chances. They lost. They took the L. Harbaugh gets his championship, and he about to get on up out of here. He going to end up in one of them jobs in the NFL. Trust me. I know he's tired of all this mess. He got suspended twice this year.
He did.
For stupid stuff. Oh, that man out. Trust me. He out of here. He finna go coach some team.
I mean, Atlanta open. Washington open. We just named a couple of spots. Tennessee open.
The Raiders open. All these places open. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like he got a couple of spots. And then, I mean, the Harbaugh bloodline is just coach all day long. So it's not like he won't be able to adapt and do what he needs to do. Also, we want to give a shout out to, and this is if you just now tuning in, this is our football episode, man. Like, we will only focus on football this episode. So if you're not a football person, I'm sorry. This is just what we're going with because right now football is hot. We just had a national championship. Shout out to the Wolverines. They are now the national champions. They are the last ones with the jacked up 20 million bowl, 4 teams. The playoffs start next year, folks. If you didn't catch my soapbox, go back and look. But the playoffs start next year. 12 teams. Nick Saban. Shout out to Nick Saban, another 72-year-old coach who was doing it. We thought he was, but he's hanging in the clipboard. Yeah. Listen, after 17 seasons, after 11 SEC titles, 2 with LSU, 9 with Alabama, 6 national championships, Nick Saban has decided, I'm hanging up the clipboard. Outside of Bear Bryant, that is Mr. SEC. He is the GOAT. You dig what I'm saying?
Modern day Bear Bryant.
Modern day GOAT. And say what you want about Nick Saban. He cared about his players. His passion was always there. It never seemed fake. When they lost against when they lost in the playoffs this year against who? Who did they play? Michigan.
Yep.
When they played Michigan and they lost, Saban was on that podium in tears, just like them players was in tears. Salute to Nick Saban. I have nothing bad to say about the man. I know he got mad criticism when he left LSU to go to Alabama, but he did his thing, man. The proof was in the pudding.
Hall of Fame level coach, man. I don't think no one's gonna run the table like him again in college football because it's too wide open now. Transfer portal and everything. Ain't nobody gonna be able to do like he's doing. But for nine championships, that's ridiculous, dog.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
The close thing to him would be like Georgia. I think Georgia should have been in there this year, but that's for another story. But yeah, I think big salute to Nick Saban, man, one of the greatest to ever do it. And Alabama won't be the same, man, because whoever they hire, they ain't Nick Saban. And I feel sorry for the next guy that got to come in after the GOAT. That's gonna be hard. You know
what's also gonna be hard, man? Just to kind of park here for a hot second. It's gonna be hard for any coach. Like you said, with the portal, with the transfer portal, with this playoff system. Because now the remember it was the BCS and all. The BCS bowls or that little thing that they had the
Power 5 and the non-Power 5 all that.
It doesn't even matter anymore with these playoffs, and that's going to be a challenge for these traditional coaches because now your guys got to go out there and play. It's not just one game where a ref could help you. You're gonna get exposed in a playoff. You dig what I'm saying? You can get exposed in the playoffs. So I'm excited to see where college football is going because there's about to be some true parity. But I think the old heads like the Sabans may see the writing on the wall. Like, I can't compete with this.
I mean, you think about it. Go ahead, bro. My bad.
No, you good. Think about what?
Think about this. The same thing happened in basketball. Coach K got on out. All this transfer portal stuff. Let me get on up out of here. The guy from Villanova, the slick-haired dude from Villanova that was a good coach, he got on out. A lot of them big old coaches, the big, well-known college coaches, is like, you know what? This ain't for me. Let me get on out now. I got my tenure. I'm already going to the Hall of Fame. That's it. Same thing about to happen in college football, in my opinion, man. You know what I'm saying? Saban stepping down. Saban was like the president in Alabama. Like, dog, he got out cars for football games. They put the coat on him. Like pimp dog. Hey, he walk out there like this. They put the coat on his shoulder, shut the door, wash his feet. You know what I'm saying? Like, this brother living like royalty out here. He gave it up. So, hey, I believe it got a lot to do with what you were saying. The transfer thing levels the playing field a lot. NIL levels the playing field a lot.
NIL definitely levels the playing field.
Because it can be like a school. It can be like a school that don't have that much money, but you can get a collective together that got a lot of money and get somebody over there. You know what I mean? Get somebody over there because he ain't worried about, friends of the program. You dig what I'm saying? That under the table bonuses that they used to give back in the day. Right. And the other thing, like, if transfer portals was going on, it wouldn't have been. Remember when Jalen Hurts and somebody in the comments helped me when Jalen Hurts and they both played for Alabama, and one got hurt and the other one came in. Tua Tagovailoa. Yeah. Right. That wouldn't happen if transfer portals was happening. No. One of them would have left. Right, and that's what happened next year. Jalen Hurts went on to Oklahoma.
You dig what I'm saying?
That's what's gonna happen. Ain't nobody trying to wait. The red shirt, no, they ain't for the red shirt. No, I want to play. That's what's gonna happen, man. But anyway, man, let's move on to our soapbox segment, man. We kept it a little long right there, but it's all good.
Soapbox.
This is our soapbox segment when me and Rob go off on whatever we want to go off on for 2 minutes. We got a time to look like this. When it's done, you got a buzzer that sounds something like this right here. As tradition, I always let my brother Rob go first. My brother, is you ready?
I'm ready, man.
Let's go.
Listen, folks, I do the gym. Hagen's would be like, let me get that's top of the menu action. You dig what I'm saying? Because I go to the gym. I don't wait till just January to go to the gym. Shout out to my boy C. He done dropped 20+ pounds. My man looking on his slimness. You dig what I'm saying?
30,
I wanted how much?
30.
Flex on.
Yeah,
okay, there it is. Yeah. But he didn't drop them. And he understands gym etiquette. My man started in July. When I come into the gym and see there, I'm like, my one word. Look at him with the gym etiquette. He cleaning off the benches. He making sure he doing his form right. And now you got the foolery coming in. January 1st, 2024, all these clowns and all these clownettes coming in there, sweating up on the bench, not cleaning it up after they get done. There's sweat all over the place. So now I gotta wipe your bench down, wait for my stuff to get dry, so I ain't catching COVID to the neck because of your sweaty tail, because it looked like you ain't took a shower in about three years. I'm trying not to laugh because it's some dirty cats out here that go to the
100%.
gym straight after work and get off of work. They still in the work clothes and they want to go and don't want to clean up behind themselves.
Right.
Listen, folks, I don't care how much you're lifting. For anybody who want to get into the gym, look at the man in the mirror, the woman in the mirror. That's all that really matters. It don't matter who's around you. You are focused on you. So when such and such, the little meat neck cat, want to go pick up 90 pounds and drop them and make all this noise while you on your little 35 pounds, stick with the 35s. This is the worst time of the year for me when it comes to the gym. Because I know I want to get in and get out. Or you got the conversators. Or as my African American coach, you got the ones to be conversating. You know them. You think what I'm saying? They conversing for my educated folks. Here's what I'm about to say. Get it right in the gym, folks. You're getting on my nerves. You're about to be one words of the day, man. For the whole month of June, July, or January, wherever we at, I'm done. God, no.
All right. My soapbox for today, man. This is me and Rob on a similar tip, but I'm not talking about the gym. As you know, I say this all the time. Me and Rob both work at a place called the airport. I come through, stay for a while, and leave. Rob works there the whole time. He worked for the airport. I work at the airport. We see each other all the time. See the same some people. See some of y'all in the comments. It's just part of our daily work life, okay? It's normal. And one thing I noticed that, around this time of the year, it's cold. Every other day we got snow. We wake up and snow on the ground. We go home, ain't no more snow on the ground. It's like that, right? My brother Rob was coughing a little bit today. He had to get himself checked out. I get it, right? So this is the season where people start getting flu-monia. And what I call flu-monia, I mean just flu, pneumonia, all kind of stuff. They sick. This is what my soapbox is about. I work at the airport. There's thousands, tens of thousands of people that's walking through all the time. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you sit elbow close. You know what I'm saying? To some people, you're not trying to, but you can't help it because there's so many people, especially if it's a busy flight, going somewhere that's popular, Vegas or something like that, depending on what terminal you're on. And this is what my soapbox is about. Cover your nasty mouth when you got a cough. My one word. And if you got kids, right? I know I don't have kids, and I probably out of place to say this, but can't you teach your kids to cover their mouth? You just let them. Now, when I got my nephews, I say cover your mouth. You know what they do? My bad. Cover their mouth. Their mama tell them cover their mouth. So it's not that hard to do that. So not just the kids, but you grown adults walking down the corridor, walking down the hallway, and just coughing into all the air. Trust me, if you see me at the airport and I'm doing this, I'm not whistling nobody. I'm blowing your nasty air from away from my face because I ain't trying to get sick. Trust me, dog. Trust me. I get in the elevator and they coughing, and I gotta get in the elevator. I walk in. I'm serious. I do it because I don't want to get sick. But you so nasty. Cause all you gotta do is cover your mouth. Put it, do something like this. Why you just gotta cough all into the atmosphere? Ugh. That's what keep the pneumonia going all the way around.
Nasty air was real close.
This is our debate feud segment. I didn't almost cuz that's just Rob. Just got it. But nah, man. This is our debate feud segment. When me and Rob go back and forth over particular subjects, and we have a timer that look like this. When it's over, we got a buzzer that sounds like this. As we said earlier, today is only football. All we're talking about is football. And what we're going to talk about, number one, we'll get into a playoff talk, man. We're going to start with the AFC, and we'll go through the playoff matchups and predictions. We may go longer than 5 minutes. If we do, don't worry about it. Don't worry about the timer. We just going to go.
Definitely time in, folks.
Yes, sir. So we're going to start it off with the AFC playoff and matchups. I got this up here. Let's start with the Cleveland Browns versus the Houston Texans, man. What are your thoughts about this matchup, bro?
The Browns actually beat the Texans 4 weeks ago, 36-22 on Christmas Eve, right? Mm-hmm. Flacco, my man, had 300. He had 3 TDs, but C.J. Stroud did not play.
Right.
And with that being said, I know the Browns are 8-1 at home.
Yep.
The Texans are playing with house money. They young. They confident. A little cocky.
Mm-hmm.
I got the Texans going in to Cleveland and beating them this weekend, my guy.
Okay. Well, brother, this is supposed to be debate for you, but I have nothing to debate here. That is my thoughts exactly. Listen, Joe Flacco, you have had a great season. You have had a comeback season. Everybody's thinking about Flacco was great with the Ravens, and everybody's hoping and praying that they can beat the Texans so they can go play the Ravens next week. Well, my answer to that is a big old no. That ain't finna happen. No, because I have all my faith in C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud is a very, very difference maker. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, and he is a rookie. He has gotten this team that's been trash for years in the playoffs.
Well, since they let go, besides Envy.
Yeah, but they were trash with him too, though. That last year, he wouldn't get into the playoffs every year neither.
No.
Yeah, you know what I'm
saying?
saying?
Not the last year. They cut out the massages.
Back to the subject at hand. So my thought is, I got Houston Texans, man, but because I got faith in DeMarco Murray, they mess around. No, not DeMarco Murray. My bad. I got faith in their quarterback C.J. Stroud, and they got one of the best defensive players. They had the greatest draft in history. They got the number one offensive player and the number one defensive player as rookies. That is awesome. Yeah. Very smart GMing over there. All right, the next matchup, bro, we're gonna go to the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs. This is a big one. What you think about this, bro? Now, they playing in Kansas City.
I know where they playing. Yeah. I'm aware. But I feel like if this was a college football game and this was a bowl, this would be the inconsistent bowl.
The inconsistent bowl.
Because both these squads, bro, are 11-6. Real talk, bro. This would be the inconsistent bowl. Because both of these squads are 11-6, and the 6 losses were questionable on both sides. Mm-hmm. The Chiefs are on a 2-game winning streak. Miami is on a 2-game losing streak.
Yes.
But I have the Chiefs winning this game by at least 7. And you got to remember, I'm going to tell you why. The Dolphins, they like to fumble the ball. Remember when they beat the Broncos 70 to whatever? Mm-hmm. What was it? 70 to whatever. And then they went back up to Bills, and the Bills beat them.
Right.
Plus, they lost to the Chiefs 21-14 earlier this season also. So I got the Chiefs winning that Arrowhead.
This is going to be a very, very boring debate for you, but I agree. I do agree. The Dolphins got a lot of injuries. They missing a lot of their speed on their team. Number one, Kansas City is at home. Now, if that was playing in Miami, I may give Miami a shot. But I think Miami is missing a lot of people on their team, a lot of people on their defense. The defense has been getting wrecked the last few games. That's why they've been losing like that, man. And I don't think they have experience winning in the playoffs. This is going to come down to, I think Patrick Mahomes' experience will come through. Now, I don't think they got the most talented team as normal, but I think his experience will shine through on this particular game for this team. Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
No, I agree with you. I think it's going to shine through. And not only that, these words ain't trying to lose to Tyreek Hill.
Not at all.
You think they want that? Like, that's an extra motivation.
Right.
For just on that. And again, I say I got them winning by 7 points or more. Yeah. By at least 7 points. I got Chiefs winning. And then they already beat the Dolphins 21-14 earlier this season. So
yeah.
I just don't trust the Dolphins. If they win, I'm happy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a Steelers fan. I'm not a Chiefs fan, but I'd be happy to see the Dolphins win, but I just can't see them beating Kansas City and Arrowhead. And it was snowing out there earlier this week. Mm-hmm. And if the weather keeps going the way it's supposed to be going, it's going to be ugly when they play.
And Miami can't play in cold weather.
They just don't.
Get up there with the Bills, get spanked. Then we go up there, used to play the Patriots when they was good, get spanked. They ain't going to be able to deal with that. All right, last game, man, for the AFC on Sunday, 1 o'clock. It's still out. Another thing about that Kansas City game, only on Peacock. Y'all trash for that. Y'all shouldn't have did that. I'm just NFL, y'all trash for that. I know y'all trying to get people over there to subscribers. Y'all ain't had to do that. Not for no playoff game. All right, last one. Steelers versus the Bills, bro. What you think?
Bill Mafia did exactly what I said they were going to do at the end of the season. They ran off 5 straight. And I said, the Bills will get ready to play spoiler, and they're going to mess around and win the AFC East. And what happened? Mm-hmm. They did it. Mm-hmm. Now, they get the Steelers, who literally slid into the playoffs. If y'all saw that game last week, it was snowy as heck, and everybody was sliding all over the place. You dig what I'm saying? The Steelers did beat the Bills in the preseason, but this is the playoffs, and their season about to come to an end. You know, shout out to Tomlin, 17 straight winning seasons.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Q, you know what I'm saying? If y'all know this reference, Q looks like, you know, the Q lookalike. He definitely got the juice. Don't get me wrong, because he look like Omar Epps. So if you know what that is, Q definitely got the juice. But that one word about to fall off the building like Bishop this weekend. They gone.
That's a good one, bro. Yeah, I got to agree with you here again as well, man. I much respect for Omar Epps' doppelganger, but he's a great coach, man. He always having them win the season, but Bills on the mission right now, and the Steelers ain't got enough to beat them. And they just like cut a quarterback the other day. The Steelers, today, like they literally cut one of their quarterbacks. Like, what are you doing? You know, the Bills on the mission, man. They roll, ain't got in the playoffs, man. Now I know the Bills can do some goofy stuff and throw some interceptions and all that, but I think they're gonna lock it in. They at least get to the next round. At least gonna get to the next round on this one. All right, man.
Hold on with the Bills thing. Remember when we went to see Andy Mineo and Aaron Cole, and the Bills was playing in the playoffs, and we was talking about how Josh Allen. That's what Josh Allen looking like now.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's looking like that Josh Allen. You know how Joe Cool beat him that night, but he's looking like that Josh Allen, and he's locked in. And even if I don't want the Steelers to win, because I know even if they win the next week, they're gonna get blown out because they don't have anything, bro.
Right.
So that's just my opinion on that game.
All right, man. We're gonna move on to the next subject. NFC playoff matchups and predictions. NFC playoff matchups and predictions. All right, the first game we're gonna go to, man. This is very, very popular teams. Two very popular teams. The Green Bay Packers at the Dallas Cowboys, which means they playing at Dallas Sunday 4:30 on Fox, man. Who you got winning this game?
Look, man, Packers
what are your thoughts about it and who gonna win it? My bad.
Okay, Packers done won 3 straight. Love looking real good. With all that said, bro, I don't see Dak and CeeDee Lamb. I don't see Dak and CeeDee Lamb. And that defense losing at Jerry's house, man. Cowboys are 8-0 at the crib. Dak looks good. Plus, Dak trying to get off of that stigma, his 2-4 playoff record. That's on his back. And love. It was much love seeing you make the playoffs, my guy. You out.
And go sit down. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys here, but I don't have great faith in the Cowboys, but I do have it over the Green Bay Packers. Now, Green Bay Packers, Love has become a very good quarterback.
Yes, he has.
Green Bay has this history of sitting their quarterbacks for years, and when they come in, they be ready. Within a year, they nice. You know what I'm saying? They did it with, they had Favre, and then they did it with Rodgers, and now they're doing the same thing with Love. And Love looked a little shaky at first, but he nice, man. Next year, next couple of years, they're going to be a problem. But no, not this year, dog. You going home. All right, man, next game.
Hey, can I say something about this game?
Go ahead, bro.
If the Cowboys lose against the Packers, Dak is done. And the quarterback that came over from the 49ers, the one that when they kept Purdy over him and traded him. What is his name? Hagens, if you in the comments, help me out if you're still in, bro. It's the young quarterback they got rid of because Purdy started playing good. And now he over there on the now he behind Dak Prescott. If Dak lose against the Packers, bro, he's out.
I know what you're talking about. I forgot dude's name, but I know what you're talking about.
He's out. He's definitely out. Let's go, bro.
So?
That's my
You think so?
Oh, Dak. He's 2-4 in the playoffs. They've given him the bag.
Yeah.
Look, I told you this early in the season with Dak. I said Dak playing like he on remember the Titans when Denzel was like, we can't lose. He knew if they lost one more game, it was over. And Dak been playing like that this whole season. Like, oh nah, I'm not getting let go of.
All right.
So,
all right, next game. We both agreed Cowboys winning that. Rams versus the Lions. Sunday at 8:00 on NBC. Rams versus the Lions, and they playing in Detroit.
Yeah, no, man. This game for me is up in the air. Lions are 12-5. These are the teams they've lost against: Seattle, Ravens, Packers, Bears, and Cowboys. Outside of the Ravens and Cowboys, they losses that the Lions have are concerning to me because they do stupid stuff. And it's not golf. Golf plays. It's the defense.
Yes.
And
defense is very questionable.
I wouldn't be surprised. I want to say the Lions, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams don't go in and stomp them, man. They beat 49ers last week. And for them, that was like a championship level type game. It was, you know what I mean? Because it was a divisional rivalry and it was getting them ready for the playoffs. And then it's like didn't they swap quarterbacks?
Yes.
There you have it, right there. So I'm tossed. I'm gonna say Lions because they at home, but I'm just not gonna be surprised if the Rams go in and stomp them, bro.
Okay, well, I'm going to go opposite, man. I'm going to go with the Rams. I think the Rams going to win, and the reason I'm thinking win, I think I got more faith in Stafford than I have in Goff. Even though Goff is good. I'm not going to act like Goff ain't good. Goff is good, and the Lions have been good this year, but as you mentioned, that defense is very suspect. Also, look, the Rams they got a nice wide receiver, Puka Nacua. Got a weird name, but he good.
Yeah.
You know, they found something. Stafford.
He Puka-ing on them cats.
So I'm gonna go with the Rams. Go Rams, although they left us and screw their owner, but hey, salute to the Rams. I think they're gonna win this game.
I did say I wouldn't be surprised if Rams go in and stomp them. I did say that. But I am going with the Lions.
Next game, man, Philadelphia Eagles versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Monday night, 8:00 on all the ESPN networks.
Right. Despite all the concerns the last few weeks, man, the Eagles will be fine. Eagles beat the Bucs back in week 3. Baker Mayfield had a $146. That ain't gonna cut it to beat nobody. And that ain't the only game Baker Mayfield only had like a buck under 200. You know what I'm saying? So for this to be a debate is disrespectful to the Eagles. Yeah. Eagles take this one in a landslide.
Yeah, I got the Eagles as well, man. Now, Eagles have been playing terrible, horrible.
Yeah.
Been playing very, very bad. But I trust Jalen Hurts more than I trust Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
I got more faith in Jalen Hurts, man. But they have been looking bad and it's shaking. Ain't gonna be no stomping. They gonna win, but they'll just win. And hopefully they get on the road in the playoffs. But they look real bad, man. I ain't gonna lie. They look really, really bad.
Baker Mayfield throwing for 170, 92. 140, no touchdowns. Like, that's not gonna cut it, bro. Yeah, that's not gonna cut it.
Yeah, so for all the people we got, man, update it real quick. This is off the top of the head, man. Who we think going to the Super Bowl now? It's playoff time. It's legit now.
Listen, it's legit. I still have the Ravens going out of the AFC, and I still have the Eagles coming out of the NFC right now. And I'm gonna tell you why. Until Dak Prescott shows me that he can actually win. You dig what I'm saying? And until he shows me he can win in the playoffs, the Eagles have not shown me anything different. I understand Kansas City is good, but the way the Ravens are playing, listen, man, the Ravens almost beat the Steelers with their C team.
Yeah.
Weather helped them win that game. You dig what I'm saying? Like, just think about that. So I still got Ravens and Eagles going to the bowl this year.
What's up, Van?
What up, B? Yeah, both of them hurt, but Baker Mayfield not hurt, and he only throw for 140 yards. So I think they'll be fine.
What Van said, I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but this is what was just in my mind. I had the Ravens and the Cowboys. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I think this will be the year, and they're gonna lose when they get there. But they got the team to be able to actually do it. This is the best. This would be their best chance ever. And if they don't do it, I do agree with you that Dak is gone. It's probably going to be a blow-up after that because this is the best path they're going to have to actually get to Super Bowl. And I think they're going to mess around and do it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think they're going to win it at all.
They won't blow up the team. They will blow up Dak. Dak is gone. The coach may be gone. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the running back and CeeDee Lamb and that quarterback that I was telling you, that young quarterback that's in the back waiting, they got an up-and-coming quarterback to do this again. Jerry Jones not dumb, but I said the Cowboys, they have to show me they can win because I did mention the Cowboys, so I'm not too far off to say that the Cowboys can't go. But when you're looking at the NFC, I don't think it's going to be the Packers, Bucks, or Lions, or the Rams for that matter. So
I don't think nobody in NFC is going to beat the Ravens, honestly. Now, the favorite would be the San Francisco 49ers, but 49ers scare me sometimes. Because they look awesome sometimes, but they have some terrible games. They ain't had a season like the Ravens. Ravens been kicking folks' tail all season.
Yeah, At the beginning, they were. At the beginning, they was playing, bro. With that, we think about this on this
once
show.
they got
We
the
both
rolling,
said
brother. Once they get that snowball to rolling, it got the rolling, dog.
it got to rolling. But for a minute, I say for the first half of the season, we were saying they were the best complete team in the NFL. Speaking of the 49ers, which they were. They had special teams, defense, offense.
Exactly.
Forget Purdy being Mr. Irrelevant. My man was in a system that worked for him.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? So
there's a lot of quarterbacks that system quarterbacks. That's not really a slight no more. You can win a championship with a system quarterback. But I just think we were saying all that till they played the 49ers and mud stumped them. And he was like, okay, now there's a new sheriff in town. They call
no doubt.
Yeah,
no doubt.
You know what I mean? All right, man. A little early today, but we're going to go to the one word of the day. We'll have some fun with this. This one word. No. Of the day. The one word of the day is Noah Kaniga. That is not what you think it says, but it's hard to look past it. So he's a football player, out of the Midwest area, getting some popularity, and it's been going on everywhere. And me and Rob just had Niga jokes all the time. all day long. Little Nigas. And they're actually a very cheerful, nice family, whole family. And they just was born with a terrible name. And they get the one word pass forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Cat definitely does have it. But Noah Kaniga, if y'all don't know, like I said, he's middle linebacker out of the Midwest. Yes. It is pronounced Kaniga. But
you know what it look like.
You know what it look like.
Yes.
It's the one word of the day because God dog, that's the closest to the one word you're gonna get, right?
As close you're gonna get from us. You know what I'm saying? Noah Kaniga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So out of fun, you know what I'm saying? That's my Kaniga right there. You dig what I mean? That's what we gonna do. And
all I know that Kaniga good.
That Kaniga is good at football. You know what I'm saying? and that's what we doing. One word of the day, just having some fun. Look, it was a short show. We did strictly football tonight because we wanted to focus on the national championship. Wanted to focus on NFL playoffs. Yeah. We know a lot of people that watch the show not really big football fans. Even when we go straight basketball, we lose sometimes our football fans. But hey, we got to do it, man. This is what happens, folks.
Van says he's the one dude on earth who can't say his own name.
I'm sure in the crib they be going at it.
Wait till you get to NFL because I'm sure he get to the NFL. He's a big boy, 6'2" linebacker or whatever, man. If he's good, he get to the NFL. They gonna have, when they have the announcers, they have a phonetical sheet to know how to say these people's names. They gonna probably have like 8 exclamation points around there so you can say this right.
You better say that K.
You better say this right, or let your color man, because the color man is always of color. In normal cases, let him say it. So RG3, you can say it. I ain't gonna say it.
Right.
Or whoever's the color man that day. Booger, hey, go ahead, Booger. Go on and say it, Booger, because I can't say that.
Booger could say it. Yeah, Booger could definitely say it. What's gonna happen is the joke gonna be, you know how sometimes they mess up the jersey and leave a letter off. Right. You had one job.
One job. Why do you always lose the K on my jersey? My bad, my Kaniga.
Boy, practice jersey is gonna be without K's the whole year.
The whole year. All right, man.
You gonna get somebody fired for real. Yo, have you ever thought I really enjoy what these guys are doing with this podcast? How can I help support them? How can I be a blessing to them? Look, man, hit that like notification button as well as that subscribe. That like, subscribe, notification button. I apologize.
Yes, sir.
That way, you know we go live. Anytime we go live, you get a notification knowing that we live and that we're doing the show. Whether it be strictly on the NFL and NCAA championships, or as we get ready to go into our favorite part of this of the year, which is basketball, March Madness, NBA playoffs, and all that. Mm-hmm. Look, we basketball guys that's converted to some football, and we trying to do our best to make sure we know what we talking about, and we educated on what we talking about, so we're not looking like no clowns up here. You can also support us, not the same podcast, on the Cash App, Cash Sign Not the Same Podcast, or notthesame.com/support. Those are the ways you can support us 2 one words. And we appreciate y'all for sliding through, man. And if you listening to us on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, whatever the case may be, we thank y'all for listening every week also. We don't want to forget you guys. Thank you.
We do not. Now, we'll be back tomorrow with another Music and Faith show. Tune in tomorrow at 6 o'clock. We'll be glad to be back with y'all. We'll have a good one. Appreciate everybody watching, man. And with that being said, man, I'm C-Micah.
I'm Robert Dean.
And we is out of here.